The humanoid robot race just shifted into a completely different gear, and two companies drew a line in the sand in the same week with two completely opposite strategies. On March 25, 2026, Figure AI's Figure 03 walked into the White House. It stood at a diplomatic summit with 45 nations, spoke in a clear feminine voice, delivered a message about empowering children with technology, and then greeted the audience in 11 languages: English, Spanish, French, Arabic, Japanese, with flawless pronunciation. It was polished, it was visible, and it was designed to send one message: robots are already part of the highest levels of human society. Tesla watched all of this and did something that couldn't be more different. No red carpet, no speech, no diplomatic photo opportunity. Just a factory floor, a robot, and a short statement from Elon Musk. Optimus Gen 3 mass production starts now. Two companies, two philosophies, and one massive question hanging over the entire industry. Which approach actually wins? Today, we're breaking down everything: the full Gen 3 specs, the 22 degree of freedom hand system that no competitor has matched, the honest skepticism the industry is raising, and what it all means for the future of robotics. Let's go. What Figure 03 just did, and why it matters. Let's give credit where it's due. Figure AI's White House moment was genuinely significant. Getting a humanoid robot into a diplomatic summit with 45 nations isn't just a product demo. It's a statement about where robotics fits in the social fabric of the world. Figure 03 is backed by Microsoft, NVIDIA, and OpenAI, with the company valued at over $39 billion. It runs on Figure's proprietary Helix AI foundation model, has an active manufacturing partnership with BMW, and is targeting enterprise deployment at scale. The White House appearance was designed to establish one thing: Figure AI isn't a startup with promising demos. It's a company that's already operating at the level of global institutions. But here's the strategic difference that matters. Figure 03 is built for communication, presence, and structured environments. Optimus Gen 3 is being built for factories, for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, industrial-scale labor. And when you compare those two missions, the hardware requirements are completely different. Fine motor skills, durability, autonomy under real-world conditions, force control. These are the metrics that determine whether a robot actually creates economic value. And this is exactly where Tesla's Gen 3 announcement lands. The Gen 3 hand system, 22 degrees of freedom. The most important thing Tesla revealed about Optimus Gen 3 isn't the body, it's the hands. And the jump in capability between Gen 2 and Gen 3 is extraordinary. Here's the progression to understand why. The original Optimus prototype in 2021 had approximately 4 to 5 degrees of freedom in its hands, enough for basic gripping, nothing more. By 2023, Gen 2 brought that number to 11 degrees of freedom, doubling the dexterity of the first prototype. Now, Gen 3 doubles it again, 22 degrees of freedom, powered by 50 actuators across the hand and wrist system. That's a 4.5 times improvement over Gen 2 in terms of movement capability. And it represents what Tesla engineers themselves are calling the closest approach yet to human hand functionality. To understand why degrees of freedom matter, think of each one as an independent movement a joint can make. A basic finger bend is 1 degree of freedom. A thumb that can rotate, flex, and oppose the other fingers requires multiple degrees of freedom working in coordination. At 22 degrees of freedom, Optimus Gen 3 can perform movements that were genuinely impossible for previous generations. Threading a needle, peeling a raw egg without breaking it, orienting fragile objects with precision, and adjusting grip force dynamically based on what it's holding. The hands also incorporate tendon-driven systems, a design that mirrors how human hands work, where tendons running from actuators in the forearm control finger movement. This approach allows for greater finger independence and more natural motion profiles compared to motor-per-joint designs used by many competitors. Real-world manipulation tasks demand exactly this kind of dexterity. A useful factory robot has to handle soft packaging, slippery tools, cables, irregular objects, and fragile components, sometimes in the same sequence. The 22 DOF system is what makes that possible, and it directly challenges Figure 03, which, while impressive in communication tasks, has not publicly demonstrated the same level of physical manipulation capability under factory conditions. Safety is the third major open question. Tesla has not publicly detailed a comprehensive safety framework for Optimus. No information about fail-safe mechanisms, force-limiting systems, emergency shutdown protocols, or compliance with international safety standards. For a robot intended to operate in factories alongside humans, in homes, and eventually in care environments, this transparency gap is significant. In industries like automotive, aviation, and healthcare, safety validation is not optional. It's the foundation everything else is built on. None of this means Tesla will fail. It means the timeline between current reality and Musk's vision is almost certainly longer than his public statements suggest. And viewers who understand that will be better positioned to evaluate what comes next. Digital Optimus, the parallel strategy. Beyond the physical robot, Tesla is quietly building what it calls Digital Optimus, virtual workers capable of performing office and cognitive tasks autonomously. Combining Tesla's automation expertise with advanced AI reasoning, these digital agents could operate computers continuously, handling repetitive workflows, data processing, and complex tasks at minimal marginal cost. This parallel initiative reflects a broader strategic vision that extends well beyond the factory floor. Tesla isn't just trying to build a robot. It's trying to automate both physical and cognitive labor simultaneously. If successful, the combination of physical Optimus in factories and digital Optimus in offices creates a platform that touches virtually every sector of the economy. That ambition is exactly why this matters beyond Tesla. Whether Optimus succeeds or stumbles in its next few quarters, it's pushing the entire robotics industry to accelerate. Figure AI, Boston Dynamics, Unitree, Agility Robotics, every major player is moving faster because Tesla is in the race. And that competition, regardless of who wins, will produce better robots for the world faster than any single company working alone. So here's where things stand. Figure 03 is winning the visibility game. White House access, diplomatic stages, multilingual AI. Tesla Optimus Gen 3 is going after the capability game. 22 degrees of freedom, 50 actuators, factory floor operation, mass production at a scale no humanoid robot has ever reached. The honest answer to who's winning right now is nobody, yet. Both companies are still in early deployment phases. Both have massive gaps between their stated ambitions and current demonstrated capability. And both will be tested in 2026 and 2027 by the same ultimate metric. Can the robot actually do useful work reliably, autonomously, at scale in the real world? That's the question. And Tesla's Gen 3 specs suggest it has the hardware foundation to answer it. Whether the software, the autonomy, and the manufacturing execution can follow, that's the story we'll be watching closely. Do you want a robot that excels at fine motor manipulation and complex factory tasks? Or one that's already deployed in the real world at smaller scale? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Tesla Car World. The next breakdown is coming in 2 days. We'll see you there.